it's coming. Welcome back to my channel, the place where you can find useful tips about branding, business, and communication. Today is the first video in 2020. Not actually the first video in 2020, but the first video when I will talk in 2020 about personal branding. I really want you to grasp the idea that you are a brand and you are a creator of whatever people will talk about you and whatever they will see when they look at you. If you will focus today on this video and listen carefully to every step that I got for you in this movie, seconds after watching it, you'll be able to start building the brand that is labeled with your name. But let's stop for a second and understand what personal brand is. Personal branding is nothing more, nothing less than the way you are perceived by people around you. It is you. It is your values, your past, your present, your future, wrapped simply in the nice wrapping paper and presented as a story or bunch of stories. A personal brand is simply what people say about you when you're not in the room. The most important is to create a strong vision of you and be consistent so they will see you the way you want them to see you and the way you want them to feel about you. In 2020, your brand is probably no different than it was in 2019, but I would like you to know that it is always possible to improve you, the version of you, to be better, to be stronger, to be more visible, to achieve the goals that you want to achieve with your brand. And at the end of this video, you will know exactly how to create a killer personal brand and gain your online and offline visibility in 2020. With my clients, I often start personal branding journey with the exercise. And that's not the physical exercise, it's more the mental exercise. I will leave you the link to this below this video. That is actually the exercise that help you set your values. For me, it's a first step to personal branding, to getting to know yourself. That is simply the first step I really want you to go through also right now. If you know your values, amazing. Time to step 2. Step 2 is about your why. Why actually you want to be visible? What is it, the goal? What is the goal of the brand that you want to show? Why you want to hassle around and do all this work? Knowing your why, whatever you do, whatever you want to do, it actually makes you motivated. Your action will be clearer and you will have stronger impact in the long run. You need to know why you do it. Your brand needs to have this why visible. Simply whatever you do, whatever you say, who you are, that should be extension of your why. If you build a personal brand to change your job, that is your why. If you help more entrepreneurs to gain visibility, that is your why. If it is to help teams be more cohesive, effective, achieve company goals, this is your why. If you want to write down all your thoughts on it, I would really love you to do that right now. Pause this video and write down what is your why. And if you want to share it also in the comments below. Step 3 is a focus. Very often we want too many things at the same time. We want to be multi-activity people, but instead of that we actually end up overwhelmed. When you build your brand, I want you to focus on one thing at a time. When you're building your brand on the website, focus on that. When you're working on your next social media video, focus on that. Focus is simply where all your energy goes. If you want to stand out from the crowd, you need to focus on your goals, on your brand vision, and just do it step by step, focus by focus, piece by piece. Step 4, you got to know who you talk to. Who is your avatar? Your audience, your fam, your family, your people that you direct your message to. My advice is to create a specific persona that would be a perfect audience for you. You can even name that person. Write down the age of the person, how they looked at, what are their behaviors, where they go, what they do, how they feel, everything that comes in your mind. create simply your client avatar. Because if you know who you're talking to, it's much easier to start this conversation and actually pass on the message you so deeply want to pass to the universe. Step 5, remember about step 4, that who is your client avatar. So right now the step 5 is actually figuring out where your client avatar is hanging out. Think about what online platforms they appear, if it's Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, Snapchat, TikTok, or anything else. Do you prefer, do they prefer actually videos or blog posts? Get simply to the same places they are. Seek them out, interact with them, ask them questions. Remember, it's not about you, it's about them. Think also about offline connections. Where do they hang out? What networking events do they go to? Are they sitting in the cafe and working, or do they go for the co-working spaces? Do they go to maybe huge events, or rather cozy and small? Wherever they are, you should be there as well. Ask them genuine questions, start talking to them, go to them before talking about yourself. Get to know them better. Step 6 is to make an action plan. An action plan is something that will include you preparing answers to all the previous 5 steps, but not only. Create also an action plan that will include connecting, communicating, storytelling, genuine getting to know better your audience, all the things that comes for the communication. And if you need more clarification on that and simply in depth build this visibility of your own brand and become the CEO of your own life, schedule already today a free discovery call with me. Let me get to know you and let's see which areas I can be of help.